What up guys, welcome back to the garage. If you've seen my little video that I posted up, the little short video picking everything up, you'll know that we got most of the stuff that we needed. All the little odds and ends in order to get these things mated up and move forward. Got my little adapter right here, so my slave cylinder will go to an AN. That little thing was a pain in the ass to get my hands on, but we got it. So starting today off, I need to get some things cleaned up. Gonna be a lot of pressure washing and scrubbing and whatnot. I'm gonna quickly get through it so I don't bore you guys to death. But this thing has been sent out back for some time. It's all dusty, and honestly, I didn't get it as clean as I would like it since pulling it out of the Tahoe. I do want to go through and give it a good scrub. Like get all this like built up stuff and dust and everything all out of here. It's not bad. It really isn't bad at all. But it could be better, and I want to do that before we actually put the engine in. It just makes sense. And of course, the Blazer, we have it out front now. That means it's serious. This thing has also just been sitting out back and going to shit, literally. It's got bird shit all over it. I did find a guy here locally that has, it's not a Terminator unfortunately, but he does have a ECU and an engine harness that is basically plug and play standalone. We're gonna be going and picking that up, but he's not available until between the hours of 5 and 7. It's currently noon, so between now and then, I have 5 hours just to keep myself busy, man. So maybe even do a little bit of spray paint. Time for the super mean, super clean. What's up? So I've been really liking this spray foam, the aerosol can lately. All of these are partial cans, so I'm gonna try to use these up. Those are all unused yet, so I'm gonna try to get through these empty cans. Go ahead and get this thing with the first initial saturation. God, man, seeing these spark plugs sticking out right here just reminds me that I probably ought to get all these spark plugs. This isn't no Honda, bro. I gotta get 8 of those damn things, man. It's gonna be like $120. It's $120, I already priced it. Look, I know, I should have done this before I put the clutch on, so then I don't have to worry about getting it all wet. Though I doubt it really hurt it, but still. Hey, at least we cleaned behind it before we put the freaking flywheel on, huh? Give me some credit. Your degreaser don't make you choke, it's a joke. Well, I used up all my partial cans. Like I said, this engine really isn't that bad. So just saturating it with some super clean. Gonna use my little soapy bucket, and I got this little detailing brush. Gonna go around and just kind of scrub it like this. That's pretty much all it needs, man. Just gotta break all the shit loose and then spray it off. Other than that, this should be a pretty simple process here. Really quick little touch-up job on the block, man. Just cause, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but it does have like some of that surface rust like here and there, so I think it would just be a lot cleaner. We just kind of spray it a little bit. I'm not doing nothing crazy, bro. Just a little mist of paint just to clean it up a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to avoid the oil pan, because more than anything, I just don't like the look of things being oversprayed, so that's why I'm just kind of spritzing it. We're giving it a little spritz. Hell yeah. Well, there it is, man, all cleaned up. I know it's just a really quick spray job, but I mean, it adds to the appearance of it, you know? It just makes it look a lot cleaner. I got my dirty dingo brackets just kind of hanging here. I didn't tighten them up, but yeah, man, came out pretty nice. Looking pretty freaking fresh. So now while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and move my attention over to the blazer itself, get this thing all sprayed off, because she most certainly is a dirty girl, man. It's been sitting out back without getting any attention now for months since the last time we worked on it. And I'm not gonna use this damn electric one. I wanna actually blast some shit off of here. So I pulled my pressure washer out and I'm actually excited, dude. I haven't used my freaking tornado tip in forever. Click, click, vroom. Oh! That wasn't bird shit. Damn it. This thing really does clean up pretty damn well, man. I went through and I hit the wheels with some Windex. Steel wooled all the windows, get all the water spots and everything off of it, dude. I actually really like the imperfections of this paint. I know a lot of you guys mentioned before that I ought to paint this thing, but I really do feel the vibe that it's got. Anyhow, it's now 5 o'clock. Get to take a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Once again, to the other side of the world. There she is. So stock ECU, stock harness, and the guy included, he had this fuse box with it. I don't think he has ever had this fuse box actually hooked up to the harness because it looks like it's just brand new, never used. But I guess this is from an RX-7, bro. Like he had an LS swapped RX-7.
It's crazy.
That's what this was in. So it's actually kind of dope. The engine harness that is on the Tahoe engine that is going to be inside of our Blazer was once inside of an RX-7. An LS swapped RX-7, which if you didn't know is one of the most hated things on the internet. Dude, RX-7 purists hate whenever you take a rotary out and put an LS. That's the worst thing you can do. Or a K-series or anything other than a rotary. But anyhow, there's the harness. I haven't even really had a chance to look at it. Like I kind of like looked it over whenever I met up with the guy, but honestly, I honestly don't know exactly what it is I'm looking at, but there it is. Yeah, it's ugly as shit. Anyhow, probably gonna have to go through it and clean it up. Went ahead and bolted up our dirty dingo mounts, in which they came with fresh new zinc coated hardware. Damn son, look at that. I tightened up the block brackets a little bit as well. I turned the bolts in so they're not sticking out as far, but I left it loose so that we have a little bit of play. All right, one more thing I need to do before we put the engine in though is I need to get these brake lines in. This section right here is gonna work. This right here runs up to the master cylinder. This goes over to the driver's side caliper, and then I'm still gonna be able to use this T, but it's this section that runs over to the passenger side is where it's going to be in the way, and I'm gonna have to remake a new brake line. So before it used to run just straight across here, so I'm gonna have to eliminate that. But before we do that, I am cleaning this shit up, bro. I already started pressure washing it, so you guys didn't get to see like how bad it really was, but it was really bad. You couldn't even see the color of that, the gold. It was all black. All right, brake lines are all cleaned up and installed, and I found all the bolts that went to it, and I tried to kind of shine them up, like even the ones that are on here. That's the only place that damn purple spray paint is left, bro. I'll eventually get all of it off, but anyhow, this is the line that I am going to have to remake. So like I mentioned, this one goes over here to the passenger side caliper, and then it's screwed in right there, but it goes straight through this little notch that we had to make for our oil pan. So I don't know, man, after we get the engine in, I might go in from underneath and see if there's enough clearance for this to be there. If so, if it's not going to be in the way and it's not like in danger of the engine like possibly moving and damaging it, I might try to use that. But if not, it's not going to be that hard to make one line. Now I'm going to go ahead and get our little AN adapter screwed into the master cylinder for the clutch. It's another thing that I feel like I probably ought to do before we have a big old engine in our way. Fun part, man. I get to crawl underneath there and try to lift that transmission up. Ugh. I wish I had a transmission jack right about now, I'm not gonna lie, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. I have something that I need to paint. Yeah, buddy, I should have painted this thing last night, because then it would be good and dry. Because we're gonna need this here very soon. Matter of fact, as soon as I get that transmission up in there and I try to kind of get a couple of bolts started, I'm gonna need to slide this underneath it to support it, because otherwise my intake manifold will just completely annihilate itself against my firewall. So when we made this, I mentioned that I'm going to cap these off right here and weld it all up and everything to add strength for one, and also to close this off so water and stuff doesn't get inside of there. But I'm not gonna do that right now, man. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. I think this thing is plenty strong enough to support the transmission. And honestly, I was looking up aftermarket cross members and they are relatively cheap, bro. I found a really nice one for like $230, bro. I think it was either on Summit or Jegs, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and order that in the near future. For now, we're gonna use this one, the one that we made, but I do want to order that one here pretty soon, because I think it's going to give me the confidence in knowing that it is sitting where it is that it should be sitting. Because that's one thing that I struggled with when I was fabricating this, is there's a lot of play in that. Like, I don't know if the engine should be sitting like this, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of play and it teeters. So I figured if it's a manufactured part, they probably manufacture it to a point where it holds the transmission in the correct spot, you know? And it's a lot beefier looking than this thing is. So long story short, even though I already freaking told you the long portion of it, this is gonna be temporary. But for now, I do want to paint it, because you guys know, a lot of times temporary things kind of become permanent. Clean rag, saturate with alcohol. Clean cross member. Ish. Ace, it's the helpful hardware place. Saturate with primer. satin black. I mean, satin black. Son of a bitch. Good Lord, just come off. Hey. All right, let dry for about 2 minutes. While I am waiting for paint to dry, I actually have quite a few accessories in here that we need to clean up, bro, because that just ain't gonna cut it. That is disgusting. Oh man. The starter, this ginormous, ugly ass water pump. I honestly don't know what this is for. I think this is for the AC compressor, I think. Pretty sure, but alternator. I'm probably not gonna clean the alternator up. I'm pretty sure this alternator is good, but what I think I'm gonna do is I need to go out there and check and make sure this is the same as the one that's on my Suburban, because if it is, I'm just gonna go warranty that bad boy out because I got a warranty. This stuff cleaned up pretty damn well. I'm not gonna lie, this took a long freaking time to get all the crap off of that starter. The water pump wasn't too bad. It looks like it had been replaced at some point because it's actually pretty shiny, bro. I do need to get new gaskets for it. I pulled the old gaskets off and they're freaking metal. What? I didn't even realize that. But those the little rubber pieces inside of them are all falling off, so it's gonna get new water pump gaskets. Now I'm gonna go ahead and test fit the starter, make sure that it's lining up pretty well with our flywheel. Well, that looks about right to me. It looks like it's lining up right where it should. I mean, the real test is gonna be whenever I actually put power to it, but as long as it bolts up and it looks pretty, like, it looks like it's in a ballpark, to me, that's a win, bro. If I have to, if worst case scenario, we might have to put some shims on it to actually lower the starter a little bit if it is a little too close in there, but all right, pull that out of our way for the time being because it is now time, man. Our cross member is dry and there ain't nothing left to it but to do it, man. I gotta try to get this thing stabbed up inside of there. Transmission is officially in, man. Check this out. We just randomly starts raining. It's not really bad, but I mean, it's definitely raining. But anyhow, got the engine in, got the transmission in, got the mounts all tightened up. There's a lot of adjustability in the mount, so right now I just have it to where the entire engine and trans is all the way as far back as it'll go. Got all the brake lines done. I attached that stock brake line on the bottom. It actually ended up fitting. Like, if I need to pull the engine, I'm gonna have to move the brake line. Something I'll probably do in the future is put a new line and actually route it nice, but for now it's in a place to where I know it's not going to be hit or it's going to work, you know what I'm saying? Got the clutch line hooked up down there. I do need to make a strap or something to kind of strap up the excess because it's a little long. I don't think I would have wanted it any shorter, but I think I do want to pull it up here and just kind of hold it over, like out of the way. But I don't know, I got to figure it out whenever I get headers, because all the real estate in here is going to get really tight as soon as we go to put a set of headers in here. Gotta love the freaking rain. Oh wow, now it's really coming. Anyhow, I'm gonna wiggle my way down here, show you guys the cross member and everything. So got the transmission mount in, got the cross member all bolted down. Everything is final, bro. Everything is bolted down. I got all the bolts in the transmission. They are all bolted down. This thing actually went together pretty well. Freaking pouring rain. I think I have like 2 or 3 drive shafts out there. I need to bring them out here and see if any of them are gonna work. That would be awesome. If we could use a stock drive shaft, I don't have to have one made. Oh look, there's my brake line. So attaches right there at that T and it comes over. Like, this is probably the only portion where I feel like some people would say it's sketchy, especially right there. But the engine's not gonna move enough, bro, for it to actually hit that. I don't know, I'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, that's something I do want to do in the future, is run a line a little better than this. But for the time being, it's gonna work. We got our freaking gear banger all hooked up. I do need to get a shifter also still. There's a lot of stuff I still need to get. All this crazy looking wiring, don't worry, that's just all air conditioning stuff right there. Holy shit. Okay. Ugh. Alright, well, Mother Nature says that's the end of the video, so that's the end of the video. We got a lot done today. We made a lot of progress, huge progress. We did pick up that harness and an ECU already. I need to go over this stuff and kind of figure out what is what with that before we try to use it. I still need to figure out the fuel system. There's a few things still that we have to get done. I want to go pick up a new alternator. I need to go and get gaskets for the water pump. So hell yeah, but we are definitely a huge step closer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash the like button. Peace out, and I'll see you guys on the next one where it's hopefully not raining.